Hello Aquarians, welcome to your 2021 release and receive reading. I'm going to look into what will be the overall energy of 2021 for you, and then I'm going to look at what will be either something that you will feel like you want to release, circumstances, the universe around you, or setting up a situation for you to release. And then what is the receive? Because when energy leaves, when we leave energy, there's a new energy to go into. So what will be the receive for you? And we're going to build up on that. I'm also going to ask, what will be the most significant emotional moment for you in 2021? There is an extended at the end of this. I debated whether I wanted to do one or not, and I decided that I did. It makes a bit of a heavy week for me because the extended is almost like a full separate reading on its own if you feel like you want to go there. So I decided to do that because I didn't want to do an extended where it was like, oh, well, what is this? It's almost like a separate reading. It's a success spread for 2021. So if you want to go to that, if you're drawn to seeing something like that, the link is at the top of the description. But I want this reading will close off for you. If you want something more about 2021 for yourself, then the extended is available. So, Aqua babies, let's get ready. Starting with my energy oracle deck. I don't know why I remember it. Maybe because it was the first one I did last year, but your 2020 release was hard. It was releasing a very significant relationship. I'm not ready to pull. You have the Thinking Man and Cornucopia. I just say I'm not ready to pull because I'm being very exact with where these cards go. But if a card comes out, it's a message for you. Strategizing towards your greater success. Okay, we're going to start. The first card will be the overall energy of 2021 for you. The second card will be your release, and the third card will be your receive. The overall energy for you in 2021 is action. I like it. It's action. My sleeves are too short here. Let me roll them down now. That's great. I mean, I can see that as an Aquarian energy. I feel like there is, with this card, it's having a clear direction. It really feels like having a clear direction and really knowing where you want to go and where you want to take it and how you want to get yourself there. Nice. Okay. The release. Oh, adjacent possibilities. This card, as soon as I flipped it over, it felt like the Seven of Cups to me. Like you're having too many options or choices and not really sure which way to go. It makes so much sense, right? Like you're releasing all of these possibilities because you have a clear direction. You know how you want to get there, how you want to take yourself to it and get it. I'm trying to move here. I've got so many cards. This is a big spread. I also pulled the camera back a little bit further than where I typically take it so that you can kind of see. There's a lot more cards to come out. These will have to move up as we go. Okay, the receive. Whoa, look at you. Man holding the coin. Really, wow. Some of you might be actually getting some sort of a promotion. Some sort of a promotion. There's a lot of ways this card can be read. I'm getting a lot of different ways that this card can be read. Definitely achieving what it is that you want with the action card. Really definitely achieving what it is that you want. The man holding the coin is a lot like the King of Pentacles. So this could be, it could be a business partner. It could be you achieving the highest level that you've hoped and seen for yourself or worked towards. Like I see that here. Like working through all the possibilities and having a direct course of action here. You're finding success. It's to get to success. It's to release the confusion, have and know that your success is based on your action towards success. Pretty good. 6 chakras at the bottom. I'm not going to spend too much time with underlying energies because there's already a lot of information. But definitely your creativity and inspiration coming through for you. Helping you take this action, helping you to see clearly. I'm going into the Moonology deck. Now we're going to find out what will be the most significant emotional moment for you. I wanted to, like, something that's the most significant point in 2021 for you, and I thought, well, how do we really accurately try to claim that, to bring it forward to you in a tarot reading? And tarot is really about energy. So our emotions are about energy. So I thought, well, let's see what that most significant emotional moment for Aquarius in 2021. Oh, wow, you have full moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. I feel like you're going to be very expansive, right? And I have this so it sits right here underneath the overall energy. Because in a way, I feel like they'd be kind of connected. Having the Sagittarian energy is really like about the focus, like aiming that arrow towards what it is that you truly want. You're going to know. Maybe you're still kind of, as we get closer and closer to exiting 2020, you know, it's still, like, there's so much that's still up in the air about life, our societies, where things are going, how things are going to come out on the other end. So this can be about your personal life, right? It obviously is. But I think it's also about, you know, the energy around it that creates the energy of your personal life. So there is going to be some sort, you're going to see things differently. You're going to see something differently in a way that it removes the confusion. It removes the confusion and you really know what you want and you're going for it. You're going for your success. Very different reading from last year. Yeah, what you guys last year. Don't let your past hold you back, South Node. You've learned from your experiences here and it's time to take that knowledge forward. Interesting too that we have the horses with action with the Sagittarius energy. It's like the momentum, the spark, all driven by like the beast within you. Your most primal self, but being led by your mind here. Now I'm going to ask, I'm going to the She Who deck. Why this release? And it's like, well, I think I know. Well, there's always something deeper here to be discovered. There's still tarot cards to pull out in this, so bear with me too. Why the release and why the receive? Why are these significant for you? Why the release? She who persists. Perspective, defiant, and persistent. It seems like why the release? Because in some ways you've been so patient. You've put the work in. You're not giving up until you find the right door. I'm hearing that. You're just not giving up until you find the right door for you. Being very persistent is paying off. That's why this is being released. Interesting. I kind of anticipated like how these would work, because you're the first one again, always, is that there would be, and it probably still will happen for some of the readings, but there would be a deeper underlying emotional reason why you need to release this or why the universe would like you to. But this is coming in more like, well, because of the work that you've put in. This is why. You've literally, possibly, whether in your mind's eye, which is quite possible, or on a physical level, explored all of these possibilities and doorways. And because you were persistent in doing that, you then have the bigger picture. You then will have the bigger picture as you move forward. I can't help but get the feeling with you, Aquarius, that you're already in some of this energy. I feel like you're really, to be honest, it feels to me like you've explored a lot of these doorways already. There may only be 1 or 2 avenues left that you're thinking about. So I feel like for you, moving into 2021, you're more like this release is kind of going on for you right now. You're getting ready to release this now. There's a bit of it coming through with you in 2021. Not even, it doesn't even feel like the first quarter. It might be the first quarter, like maybe into March, but it feels more like January, February to me. And then you really start going into the action towards your receive. So why the receive? Wow, she who thrives, flourish, prosper, and blossom. It goes so ideally with the man holding a coin. You're getting your payoff for all of the work that you've done. I really like this for you because you guys had a really tough 2020 release and receive this time last year. Really tough. So this is a different year. This is going to be, if the release and receive resonated with you last year, and it was, I don't know why I remember yours so clearly. It was releasing what once was a caring connection. It was really even something that you care a lot about, but moving towards happiness and love and self-love and possibly love of others around you. It was a very heavy release. This is a real different chapter here. I'm not really getting like, I have to pull out more cards, but this is what's coming through as the most significant. I feel like for the most significant aspect of you for 2021 will be financial stability here. Financial stability, abundance, having a real direction where you're going. If you haven't been sure where your path is taking you because you've been in a lot of this adjacent possibilities, that's really going to come to a climax in 2021. You're going to know exactly where you're going. You're going to know exactly how and where your bread is buttered and how to keep that going and how to put some jam and peanut butter and all sorts of wonderful stuff on that bread. It's really going to bring it forward for you. What's at the bottom? What was at the bottom? She who calms, stillness, purity, and quiet. I do feel like that is also connecting to this underline. So taking the time to meditate, to heal, don't stop doing that. Really hearing that, like don't stop doing that. That's what's getting you where you're going here. So I'm going to push these up a little bit. I'm sorry if you can't see them too well because I'm going to pull out some tarot cards based on the release and the receive. So I said that this felt like the Seven of Cups as soon as I pulled it out. And what did you get? But the Seven of Cups. And it was like, there you go. All of the possibilities and confusion are based around the energy of deceit. I feel like that. With this great big lizardy, creepy looking thing all around these cards. Now, some of this is self-deception. Some of this is also deception created by circumstances and energy completely outside of your control, and possibly even outside of the control of others. It's just the way shit has played out. Just kidding that. It's like, just the way the stuff is played out. Mask being removed. What I get with the mask being removed here is being able to, I'm sorry, you can't, it's so, yeah, washed out, I guess, isn't it, with this light. Being able to finally see clearly through this maze of confusion and deceit. Because once you take it off, you think about when you put on like a Halloween mask or any type of mask, you know, the eye holes do not allow your peripheral vision to be utilized very well. Your perspective is distorted. So that's the release here. This is all part of that release, guys. And holding the skull in this person's hand, again, it's bringing in this for me. It's bringing in this. Connecting with your own spirit guides here, connecting with your deeper self, connecting with guidance outside of you is helping you to see clearly. It's probably why I kind of felt compelled to say, you know, whatever meditation or anything that you're doing to heal or connect with the divine, to keep doing that. Now, I'm going to show you the next three because I need to read them sort of like, I can't just read them individual. They tell a story. To get the Three of Cups, the Artist, and the Page of Pentacles. See, I'm really good with these three cards. I feel very strongly that the Three of Cups and the Artist are connected to the Seven of Cups. Like other people's cups here, other people's ideals. Even what brings other people happiness, recognizing that that might not be what brings you happiness, which helps you focus on the right door in adjacent possibilities. It really does help you focus on the correct door for you in the Seven of Cups and the adjacent possibilities. And there's going to be a time of realizing this on an emotional level, that once you know this, it becomes oh so important in how you create your life. You don't want your life to be exactly like someone else's life. There may be elements of people's lives that you find intriguing, inspiring, but how do you put that all together and make an entire new piece of artwork that is your life here? The Page of Pentacles, I think, is looking at the very beginning. It's looking at it from a brand new perspective. That mask is off. The mask is off. The illusions are removed. And it's seeing your choice for what it is. Seeing where you can take yourself here and being inspired by that. But there is, I do feel like with this Page of Pentacles, a little bit of a sense of melancholy perhaps. A little bit of melancholy for things of the past. Now, with this, you know, that I feel like it's linked to some of the confusion with the Seven of Cups for you. Creating your own life. Is not necessarily walking away from connections, but I feel like for some of you it might be that. It's definitely moving emotionally away from some of these connections. But in doing this, you know that it is your new beginning that you're moving towards. You're the one guiding yourself and learning along the way what it is you truly want. This is really cool over here in the Receive. You have the Knight of Cups, the Ten of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. The energy surrounding your Receive I feel very strongly is, and it kind of picks up from where I left off over here, that the burden of where you offer your cup is a realization. Once you start receiving this abundance, you start receiving this abundance as you start to realize that who you offer your cup to is the heaviest burden that you carry. Because the only person you really need to offer your cup to be successful and to find happiness and to change the cycle that you've been in is to you. Oh, now I know why that happened. I'm going to come back. Is to you with this Nine of Cups. That's the burden here. Because when you are in this energy, you don't have to go looking for the Knight of Cups. You don't even have to be the Knight of Cups. There's some sort of burden here for you with where you take your cup, where you take your heart, where you project your feelings and your emotions, where you offer that. Once you release that burden of feeling like somehow where or who or what I offer my deeper self to has if I don't do that right, I won't get to what I'm really destined to find. It's kind of releasing that. And that receive, it's kind of releasing that knowledge and claiming it. There we go. With the look at the bigger picture and the action. This is what frees you, because once you get into the Nine of Cups, the energy of the Nine of Cups is your wish is my command. You are vibrating at the frequency that the universe hears you most clearly at. And you can start manifesting this abundance for sure. The Wheel of Fortune, and there you go. There's a change in the cycle. But realizing you're the one that changes it. But first you have to be the one. It's not so much who outside of you that you offer your cup to, because whether that's received or not, or how it's received, has no reflection upon who you really are or where you'd like to go. It's offering that cup to yourself. And then once you do that as well, you kind of draw into you what is meant for you. Because like I said, you are now vibrating at the frequency that the universe vibrates itself at. So now you are. That's how you get yourself towards what is divine for you, towards what is your calling, towards connections and relationships that you are truly meant to be involved in, that are for your highest good and for the highest good of the other people that you connect with. So I stopped a bit in that, because when I started pre-shuffling for your reading, the funniest song, well, it's not funny, but it's the most unusual song that I could think of that would come into my head, and I didn't really get it first. I thought, I don't think it has anything to do with Aquarius, but I do now. It was the theme song to Raiders of the Lost Ark. Right? I'm like, do 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 do. And I'm thinking, what is that? Why? But because I thought, well, I think I probably talked about this on my channel, but I don't know if I have with you, because it came out in at least 1 or 2 readings over this year, that the covenant is inside us. The lost ark is actually inside each one of us. And that came through here with the Knight of Cups, the Ten of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. That's discovering that. You will, like the receive here. Maybe you know it. There's one thing to know it, and then to believe it and live by it. Those are very different. You can know it, but believe it and live by it. It's a little bit like, let's say, I don't know, all I get in my head is like an astronaut. I mean, so let's say you've been studying to become an astronaut, training, I guess they train. They've already studied all their life. So you're training to become an astronaut, and you know, right? Like, you know the process of the whole into space and the atmosphere and all this stuff. But until you really feel it and live by it and like do that experience, you're now living that theory. You're now living that theory that you had in your mind. It brings on a totally different emotion. You can't create that emotion just through reading about it or knowing it. You need to live it. You need to live it to feel it emotionally. That's what I feel like this with the covenant or the ark within you, the lost ark within you. Yeah. So give me a second here. I'm just going to do the first ones. I'm feeling out the reading. If there's anything that I feel like I want to pull a card on or clarify. I'm feeling like this little section here. And give me a second because I'm just kind of, what I'm doing is I'm looking at my huge spread of cards and kind of feeling out what I feel really drawn to. There it is. Okay. Tarot Nui. Oh yeah, that would be appropriate because the El Key. This is actually called the El Key deck. These are actually both French. Although God bless them, it's all in English. Okay, the action and look at the bigger picture. Get a card or cards for the action and look at the bigger picture. I don't know why I was called to pull them from the bottom. I just was told to do that, so I did it. Three of Pentacles, the Star, and the Knight of Cups. That's so significant because the Three of Pentacles reminds me a bit of the energy of this Three of Cups, like where you're inspired, what parts of energy of others inspires you, but is not necessarily how you want to exactly live your life and see it unfolding for you. The Star is healing all of the energy from the past. It is your card. It is healing that energy so that with this Knight of Cups, you can go forward into living the knowledge that the only cup you really truly need to offer to in life is to yourself. Once you offer that cup to yourself and lead yourself in that manner, you kind of radiate. You don't have to try to be the Knight of Cups. You kind of come out as just being the Queen or the King of Cups. It just is, right? It just is. So that's it. Maybe I don't need to pull cards. Tarot cards out for this little section because it just kind of, it repeated what already is sitting here. So there you go. The Nine of Pentacles is at the bottom. I really feel that for you. Some real independent, stable, on some levels, whatever that is to you as well, wealth, prosperity, and direction. But what's really nice though is it seems to be achieved through healing confusion from the past and moving forward into being very comfortable and on an even more authentic level with yourself than you are now. So that's your 2021. I'm not going to ask about, like masks or anything. It's just your energy for you, right? Let's all stay in our own lane, and whatever happens outside of us, hey, we're only responsible for how we react and what we can do for us and those that are closest to us. So thank you so much, Aquarius. I'm going to go do the success spread of the extended for this. I wish you all the best, health, happiness. I'm hearing safety for anyone who needs to hear that. Prosperity, joy, and fulfillment for 2021. Thank you so much, guys, and do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.